You see that Kendrick Lamar is leaving TDE, man. He put a rare statement on Twitter, man, August 20th, 2021, man. He said, I spend most of my days with fleeting thoughts, writing, listening, and collecting old beach cruises. The morning rides keep me on a hill of silence. I go months without my phone. Love, loss, and grief have disturbed my comfort zone, but the glimmers of God speak through my music and family. While the world around me evolves, I reflect on what matters the most, the life in which my words will land next. As I produce my final TDE album, I feel the joy to have been a part of such a cultural imprint after 17 years, the struggles, the success, and most importantly, the brotherhood. May the Most High continue to use Top Dog as a vessel for candid creators as I continue to pursue my life's calling. There's a beautiful complexion and always faith in the unknown. Thank you for keeping me in your thoughts. I've prayed for you all. See you soon. Kendrick, man, what do you think about this?
And I think it's big, man. But like, all good things definitely must come to an end. He wants to move on, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Now, Top Dog, they actually put out a statement too as well. They put the whole goal when we started this thing was to make music, make money, and make history. We did those things 10 times over and then some. TDE and its artists have provided a way to end generational curses that we all personally born into in the last 17 years of business. With this, that last album in TDE, this is more of a victory lap, a celebration. I know he will be successful in whatever he does, and if he decides to do it, he will have our full support. As for Top Dog Entertainment, we will continue to grow, develop, and continue give artists the platform to expand into whatever way they choose. Heart, honor, respect, Top Dog.
Interesting, man. I got a couple questions though, because I feel like the loyalty is there. I'm sad I don't think we'll see the Black Hippie album that I wanted to see with him.
Oh yeah.
J Rock, Absol, and my man. That fucking thing not crossing my mind right now. Schoolboy Q. Here we go. I don't think we'll see that album, but at the end of the day, Kendrick is one of the best to ever do it. And does this mean to you, old guy, that he's done with music, or he's just done with TDE?
Everybody kind of says that, man. He's young. He's a young guy still. Everybody says that they're kind of done. We seen Jay-Z and a lot of people said it, and he may be done for now. You know what I mean? He may be moving on, but I think at some point, he will come back because if you look at like the great artists, they can obviously, when they first come in the game, they can compete and put out classic project like Kendrick did. But it comes a point where some of them become uninspired and want to move on to different things, whether that's it's for a season, 2 seasons, a lifetime, a few years, whatever it may be. I think at some point, him being an artist will get the urge to produce art again in whatever form that is. We all hope, being fans, that it's in music, but I really can't put a finger on if he's moving on to another situation or just stopping music. I really don't know, but I do wish him much success, man, and we appreciate what he's contributed to hip hop because it's nothing but classic work at this point.
Cryptic message. It gives you a little bit of a different vibes, whether or not he's done with TDE or whether he's done with music, and then you get what Top Dog said and his future endeavors, what he wants to go ahead and pursue. We know he doesn't put out music at the volume that a lot of these new artists do. We don't hear from Kendrick a lot.
Word.
So after this album, who knows when the next time we will. So it's just up for debate. It just adds to his legend, man, and hopefully we get another classic. I think we definitely will. And salute to Kendrick and whatever he wants to do from here.
Yes, man. I want to talk about this one before we get out of here, man. T. Rogers, the West Coast founder of the almighty Black Peace Stone Nation Bloods gang, has passed away at the age of 64 years old. A lot of people in hip hop all over the world right now are mourning this brother who was born in the South Side of Chicago, later moved on to Los Angeles, man, better known as the area called the Jungle over there. And, he also became a motivational speaker and worked to rehabilitate gang members in the community of Los Angeles, after he did what he did. So, condolences to him and to what he represented, for all the brothers and sisters out there. T. Rogers.
How did he pass away,
It's not saying here, no.
64 is still pretty young. You think?
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully it wasn't. You never know what it came from. Condolences to him and his family, man, and hopefully his legacy continues to live on. And yeah, rest in peace, brother.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, man, that's all we got today here on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Great show.
We got one more thing.
Well, go ahead. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Oh, yeah, damn. I'm tripping. How can we forget that?
These ungrateful motherfuckers.
Damn.
See,
that?
Oh God, see, because we get at peace and we keep chilling, man, and we saying fuck you niggas. But this is a conversation that should have been had a long time ago.
Yeah.
As we go in and do our thing in this media game, we're very proud to do. About to have a grand opening to our brand new fucking studio, Self-Made Studios. Very excited about that, man. And as we journey along and being the best at what we do at this podcast game, man, we have to unfortunately talk about some of the bad that comes with this shit. And one of the things that disappoint me most, oh God, is the fact that we hear so much about this black unity, right? And we try to not only talk it, but walk it as best we can in our community. You know what I mean? Trying to help out with the youth, help out with if we trying to hire people paying attention to what's going on and just being mindful of certain things. And at the end of the day, we all just want to do the best for us, right? So you got motherfuckers out here that you think would be doing good business. And when it comes to black media in particular, they just don't.
Right.
They just don't.
Definitely, yeah.
And it's crazy to me how you would think some of the people that talk it, and you see them talk it, they don't walk it at all, man. What you think about that?
You know, man, it's we get to see it firsthand. I heard a lot of other people talking about it. You know, you talk about the black unity thing. I think for the most part, that's non-existent in a lot of areas, in a lot of ways, because it's something that's more so said than done. I mean, we had a lot of experience, and we'll see that, you know, most of the people, that we reach out to, whatever they may be, we'll reach out and, we have our numbers just as big as everybody else's. And, we get people riders, transportation, whatever. We had to put them up in a room, whatever we need. Sometimes even, people will get, compensated for the interview if it's right for both situations. But we don't get the respect that we deserve in the industry. I don't know if it's just more so because we're kind of newbies in it, and not even because we got 4 or 5 years in this joint. But, I just don't like how, us as blacks, we say one thing, but we do a total another. So you're expecting somebody to come rock out with you because y'all brothers and whatnot, and, we all look alike. Don't look forward to that, because they're going to look at what we do, and they're going to look at, what this next person does, and they're going to think, oh, just because whatever the situation may be, whether a person, different color, hue, whatever, they're going to not only deal with this person, make sure they're on time, make sure they come dressed in their best, talk about everything in the world that you never knew about, and to another platform, instead of coming and saying, you know what, man, this is our arena. This is something that we started. Let's keep everything in house. Let's control something. Let me, instead of going to this one, let me go to that one. Let me show these people some love. But nah, what you'll have is something to go wrong, somebody to call for a boycott, and you'll still have brothers and sisters going over there like, man, forget that. I'm going over here because I want these numbers, so and so and so and so. And you just wouldn't see it. What makes me mad is that everybody else seems like they stick together with stuff like that, and we're the only people that don't do it. And I'm never mad at people sticking together. Do you? Like, you're supposed to. But we need to keep what we got exclusive. I'm not talking about, we can't, you could do what you want to do, but at the end of the day, it's like, all right, you know what? Let me go show these brothers some love. You know what I mean? Up and coming, boom, boom, boom. And some people do. I don't want to, paint the picture like it's totally one way. But I think, for the majority, we kind of get shitted on as black media. Even us, even the position that we're in. People say they coming, they don't show up, and next thing you know, you'll see them on another platform, dressed in their best, grinning and everything. And I just think it's a lot of subconscious and psychological issues that go all the way back to slavery with that. But I'll pass the microphone.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me, man. It's the professional courtesy that, or the lack thereof, I should say, that it seems like we receive in black media.
Right.
Some people in their cars. And that ain't no disrespect, but it is a little disrespectful because we're trying to conduct an interview. It's already hard enough as it is sometimes to do it interactively, because we don't have control over mics. We don't have control over cameras and devices. There's a lot of things that go on that we don't have control over, on top of the fact that it's nothing better than to have you sitting right here and having an intimate conversation where you could see us in our face and we can see you in yours, and we can give that the people that dynamic. And we've busted our ass to make sure that we provide that opportunity for people.
Absolutely.
And like you said, if it has to come with coins, so be it. We would do whatever we have to do as entrepreneurs and businessmen in a game, a very competitive game where we know there's a million motherfuckers calling themselves podcasts now. Why, when, and how are we going to separate ourselves? We have no problem investing in ourselves.
Right.
And it seems like we get the shitty end of the stick from the people who preach that we need to be together the most. And it's absolutely nauseating sometimes when we get on these drones and we got to come on and we here 15 minutes early and our guest is 15, 20 minutes late, or they're not existing. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to go, or they're in their car, or they're not in their Sunday's best. And then we got to go 2-3 days later and see them on another platform at that. And it's no disrespect to any of the platforms, but we got to see them somewhere else. And like you said, maybe being a little different of a hue, or maybe being of a little different of a stature, and they're dressed to impress. They're letting motherfuckers know every inch and bits and pieces of their fucking life. When sometimes we got to feel like we the extra police to even asking a question, because we know the backlash that we're going to, it's so much that goes into it. And we're not doing this to complain and do this to cry. We're going to continue to do what we do and work and give you the best we got. But at the end of the day, it has to be light shined upon it, because there's a lot of hypocrisy involved in this shit, man.
Yeah, and we got to speak out for the littler people that's up and coming, because we were there one day where it's like you're up and coming and you're trying to get your interviews with people and stuff, and they're not showing up, they're not responding, but everybody's going over here or there. It's like, yo, you going over to a dead platform. Our shit is popping right now. We seeing people popping on all these different platforms. Like, yo, you need to come here. So if we take that shit as a sign of disrespect a lot of times from these people. I know people is busy and all that, but at the end of the day, people make time for what they really want to do. They make time for them other platforms.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So, again, it ain't complaining. We just speaking up for the the industry. We always going to do that. We're always going to come, out the box, and give you that real from a different, perspective. So hopefully somebody will hear this and maybe they'll change their ways. But either way, we're gonna keep on rocking and doing what we do.
You already know, man. That's all we got here at the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast on this Friday evening. Y'all hit that like button, that 5-star rate wherever you're watching or you're listening. Definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all as we conclude the summer, man, and as we conclude August, we're gonna keep giving y'all the hottest content out here. And as we enter the fourth quarter, you already know how we do, man. That's all I got, Bob.
Me too, man. It's your brother Sam, man. Viral Hip Hop News. I'm your brother, Oh God. Hip Hop News, Uncensored, together with a Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Over.